think that's the lot. And we're rostered for the early lunch hour. Ready?
2 minutes.
Right. Nothing to hold us up there. We can sign those things after we've eaten.
Special delivery.
Thank you.
Anyone like to change to lunch? Oh, I'm hungry.
And I'm hungrier.
Oh.
Val is in town, so she'll eat there. Anyone care to lunch with me?
Well, if you'd like to wait for the management's second sitting.
Sorry. Ravenous. Must be the spring weather. David?
I've just had my appetite destroyed.
Oh, what is it?
Company in London asking about a person it's thinking of putting into its management. List of questions long enough for a census form.
A census form you have to answer. Commercial inquiries you don't.
The person in question is Adam Chance.
This is quite a company. It's the sort of outfit that collects private concerns like ours and turns them into links of a chain.
Does it say it wants to take him on or that he's only applied for the job?
It's too big to need to answer itself.
And it isn't one of many routine inquiries to past employers and business associates in general. This is a special one.
The one that will decide whether they're going to take him on or not.
Very possibly, Jill.
Splendid. We have him at our mercy.
It is addressed to me, not us.
Oh, blasted drill. I'll be glad when that noise is all over, you know.
Likewise. Here we go again. Oh, yeah, Crossroads garage. Yeah, I'm afraid you have to speak up a bit, so we've got some work going on in the background here. Pardon? No, it's not possible, I'm afraid. We're having a bit of a facelift.
Oh, speak for yourself.
Yeah, well, wink. No, no, I'm sorry, sir. Well, best I can do. Yeah, bye. Well, there's another one of our customers gone for the opposition.
You thought they would have thought about all this before they started this deal, you know?
They don't think, mate. They just go through the motions, that's all.
Yeah.
All quiet on the Western Front.
Oh, give 10 seconds.
That's where you'd be wrong, Squire. Just check the old timepiece here. What time you make it? 1:30?
1 minute to go.
Right. Very strict on time, these lads. They've all gone to the pub, right? Strict on time, except when it's starting time again.
Oh, no.
Nobby's at it now.
Tell her.
Nobby! Lay off. What are you, Nob? I'm trying to fix my hearing aid. Listen, do you want to go to dinner first?
I'm not fussy.
Oh, go on.
Oh, great. Oh. Hello.
Hello.
My father's not here yet, then.
Good. Got more sense.
What?
The stairs clear. It's bedlam round here.
They, said in his office he'd be on the way over.
Come again?
My father's office?
Oh, well, that's where they'd be wrong, because he hasn't showed up. Hang on a minute, though. Sharon did have a phone call earlier on. Maybe that was to fix a dinner date or something. Anyway, sit down, love. Can I help?
No, it's all right. I'll wait.
Well, you picked a nice, peaceful time.
There was, a fellow used to work here.
Who's that?
Eddie Lee.
Oh, him? Oh, bit of a lad, I heard.
Tell me what you heard.
Well, no, not me. Mac knew him much better than I did.
Oh.
Hey, listen, what do you want to know about Eddie Lee for?
Surely if you answer the questions honestly, you wouldn't have a problem of conscience. I wouldn't have.
Well, the more honestly I answer them, the worse it'll be for him. And I repeat, I'm under no legal obligation to answer them at all.
You see our side of it, don't you, Jill?
I see both sides of it. David's sense of fair play and our business interests.
Well, it's more than business to me. And it ought to be to you. Adam Chance almost wrecked my marriage. And he cut to ribbons your hopes of a happy one with him. He showed you what he was just in time. I'm sorry to have brought that up, Jill. Look, David, leave the dirty work to a rogue like me. I'll answer the inquiry.
The inquiry was addressed to me personally. Either I answer it or nobody does.
Then let me help you. Here, let me see it. Let's see what is so morally disturbing about it. This is just waffle. Ah, here's the first of the significant questions. Was Mr. Chance invariably efficient in carrying out all his duties?
Yes, he was efficient.
Invariably, in all his duties?
Well, in time, he became neglectful.
Well, that's exactly what you put down.
There were personal circumstances which might have caused any man to become neglectful.
Then put those down. What were they? Shall I jog your memory? He womanized. I'm sure you can find polite words to convey that. But just make it clear that he was a randy director galloping after his fellow directors' wives.
Only one wife, J. Henry. Yours.
Nevertheless, they'll never take on a man like that. Ah, here's another question. Oh, and a very good question it is, too, full of man-traps. In what circumstances did Mr. Chance's employment in the motel cease? Well?
Yeah, as well as I do. He simply went.
How do you mean, went?
He was not, in fact, sacked.
His resignation was merely welcomed.
Whatever the circumstances, the fact is that he resigned.
Giving how much notice before he went? Jill?
None.
Ah. If Jill can face the facts, David, why can't you?
Cafeteria full, was it?
Chocker.
Was it queue?
So.
Oh, well, I think I'll go and have a bite myself.
Oh, but I still got 10 minutes to go, yeah.
So, spend the 10 minutes talking to this lovely young lady here. She wants to pick your brains. She's going to have a hell of a job to find him, if you ask me.
Get out of there. So, what gives?
Mr. Hooper said you knew about Eddie Lee. Well, do you?
Some.
Tell me then.
What do you want to know?
Just about him.
Who are you asking for?
For myself, of course. Why, what's the trouble?
Well, a lot of people around here reckon Eddie was bad news.
But not you, right?
Maybe at first I didn't, but I was wrong. You see, Eddie's all right. His heart's in the right place.
Yes, but it's kind of easy to get at, isn't it?
What's that?
By the ladies.
Wouldn't know.
Oh, come on now.
Getting at?
He had a bit of a ding-dong with Sharon, didn't he?
That's none of my business.
I know he did.
So why are you asking me?
They lived together, right?
Look, I'm not going to feed you any fodder, lady.
Then, can you tell me where I could find him?
Wouldn't know.
Who would? Somebody must.
Look, Eddie left under a bit of a cooler. The guy who owned this garage before was called Lamont. He had a son called Ashley who was a cop. Who did a bit of leading on him. So he skipped the country.
Oh,
So why is it a problem to you?
I need to find him.
Let me have it. I'll deal with it somehow.
There's only one way to deal with it. Straight. No lies are needed. The truth is enough.
They ask for dates, finicky details. I'll need his file.
Yes, well, it's wherever you put it.
Oh, it's not. It's wherever you put it.
You asked for it days ago to hunt down where Adam Chance may be so that you could notify him at the date of the annual general meeting. I haven't seen it since.
Well, you must have seen it since, when you needed his address to send him the agenda.
Well, I got that from the address that you gave me for the first letter.
I distinctly remember giving the file to you.
Yes, and I distinctly remember you not giving it back to me. And it's not the first thing you've been forgetting about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know. That's the trouble. Anyway, if anyone wants me, I'm having an early lunch, 3/4 of an hour late.
Well, what brought that on, David?
I have no idea. But that file has to be found, and I didn't lose it. Chase after her, Jill. Have a good search. She'll remember where she mislaid it sooner or later.
A good search, what? Before, during, or after lunch?
Before lunch. Or rather, after.
Oh, now let's get it done now. Find the file now. Answer the inquiry now.
No. I'm in no hurry. After, Jill.
Right, I'll go and have lunch with Barbara. I take it you're not keen to.
Well, I'm out of favor at the moment.
You're too soft, David, on all fronts, business and domestic. If Valerie had flared at me like that, I would have demanded an explanation.
It never does to demand an explanation which women are clearly determined not to give. Yet.
You've done a good job here,
Well, I'll try to bring everything up to date as much as possible.
leaving me nothing to worry about tonight. You'll ruin my health, you know. I can't sleep unless I have something to worry about.
Well, there is one matter outstanding.
Good, let's have it.
It's my contract with you.
Oh, don't worry about that. For one thing, it's not due to expire yet. And for another, when it does, I shall offer you a renewal on improved terms.
I still think we should discuss it.
Yes, of course, haggle away, but when the time comes.
No, I meant that we should discuss it as soon as possible. Tonight, if you can manage it now. Oh, good evening, Valerie.
Hello, Richard. Don't get up. Here's the watch you wanted repaired.
Oh, thank you, dear. Would you like a drink?
Oh, no, thank you. I wouldn't dream dream of interfering with business discussions.
Ah, but that's just what I want you to do. You see, Richard is being a little difficult about staying contracted with me.
Oh, well, in that case, I'll interfere as much as possible. Richard, you are in no circumstances to even think of not remaining contracted to my husband. Life for me, with him, is only just bearable. Before you calmed him down, it wasn't bearable at all.
No. One married couple in the motel slanging each other is quite enough for one day.
Oh, who's the other?
He doesn't know everything, darling. The occasional question can be addressed to me, without it being supposed that you are wanting to be affectionate again. The others are the hunters.
And what have they found to squabble about?
It's what they haven't found, the Adam Chance file. Ah, Barbara, have a drink.
That's what I came in for.
Drinks here, please. Thank you. Well, now, have you discovered who lost it? The Adam Chance file. Was it in your hidey hole or in David's?
He lost it. I didn't. As far as I know, he's still lost it.
So as far as you know, he hasn't answered that query on Adam Chance.
A good excuse to delay doing whatever you don't want to do, isn't it?
Yes, well, I'll rejoin you when I have finished putting the spurs into him.
Do you have to go in there?
Yes, I do.
Well, could you just give me a few moments with David first?
Well, that's all I need myself, my dear.
But I've found the file.
Oh, the Adam Chance file. Oh, where?
That's the problem.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
You know, J. Henry even offered to fly her to Italy to join her mother, and she refused. What happened when David made his try? He appears not to take any action for the next couple of days.
Really? The action being?
You'll present the girl with a bill, and when she can't pay, you'll ask her to leave. Well, now, that sounds a very sensible solution all round. Oh, hello, darling, you're back.
Yes, the file has been found, so there was no need for the spur. Jill is giving it to David now.
Oh? Where had David mislaid it, then?
She didn't say whether he had mislaid it or you.
Hey, Mac, how long we got to put up with this lot?
As long as it takes me, mate.
Yeah, well, the shape on them, they're going to be here till after Christmas, mate.
What's the matter with you? You've been in the mood all day.
I don't know. It's just that, well, you know, I get itchy feet, you know. I've never stayed in one place so long in my life.
You're not thinking of leaving, are you?
Oh, you're joking. It's just that Maeve, she's sort of looking on me as a permanent fixture, you know what I mean?
Well, that's not surprising. She is your wife, Sid.
Never ceases to amaze me, that. When I look at her, I say to myself, why? How? And most of all, where? Do you know what? I can't even remember proposing to her or even saying one word that could be construed as an invitation to walk down the aisle.
Well, something you said must have given her the idea. Look, I tell you what. Why don't we go out and have a drink on the way home as a sort of celebration, like?
There you go. The first time for months she asked me to go out for a little nip, and I can't make it. I promised that I'd be home early, right? What are you celebrating, anyway?
Well, do you remember that registered packet I got from Trina with all the money?
Yeah.
It just happens to be all the bills that I paid. So I think that must be worth something, wasn't it?
I don't know. I don't like that.
What do you mean you don't like it? She's returned the money. I mean, she's coming round.
And she's creeping up on you, mate. Who ever heard of a woman returning money? It's not natural. Has she been on the phone to you since, telling you what that was all about?
Oh, no, actually, I should get on to her to say thanks. Tell her to arrive safely and all that. I should do that.
Thanks. It's your money, man.
Trouble, I don't know how to get hold of her. I could go through her mum, mind you. Yeah, get her to pass a message on. I'll do that right now. Thank you, Sidney.
There you go. Thanking me again.
What?
I haven't done anything either.
Ah, I spend all afternoon looking for something, and when I find it, you're not here to congratulate me. I should take my time in future. Here.
Where was it?
Never mind.
What?
Never mind where it was. If I told you, it'd be as bad as if I told Barbara. You would know if she'd lost it, and she'd know if you had.
I bet it was Barbara who lost it. If it had been me, you would have shouted it all over the motel by now.
That is not true. Now, look, what have you done to Barbara that's riling her so much? You wouldn't even speak to me this afternoon.
Well, no doubt because you couldn't stop pestering her. Don't start on me.
You must have some idea.
No. Yes. Look, do you remember? Adam looked after the motel when Barbara and I went on our honeymoon. Look at the dates.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. Oh, dear. I forgot our wedding anniversary.
3rd. Leather.
I beg your pardon?
Well, the 50th is gold, the 25th is silver, and the 3rd is leather.
You mean there's a name for every year?
That shows you just how much women treasure their anniversaries. You are in the doghouse, my dear.
So you don't? All right, then. Well, if you do talk to her, tell her I received the money safely, and thanks and everything. Yeah, and give Ben a kiss for me. Yeah. Are you all right? Yeah, well, you do sound a bit strange. Yeah, must be the line. All right, then. Well, you look after yourself, okay? Take care. Ta-ra. That's really weird, that.
Oh, yeah?
Well, I told her to thank Trina for sending me the letter and the money and all that.
And?
She just sounded funny, as if she wished I hadn't phoned her something. Or, you know, when someone wants to tell you something but doesn't know how to say it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like someone was earwigging, like.
Do you think Trina could have been there listening to that conversation?
Very likely.
Why don't she just say something, pick up the phone and have a word or something?
Oh, don't ask me, man. You know what these women are? They love to make something out of nothing, don't they?
Yeah, I know. Look, you sure you haven't got time for a drink? Swift off?
What's the matter? That money burning a hole in your pocket? Yeah, I gotta get home tonight. She'll murder me, Maeve.
Yeah.
Anyway, you put that money back where you got it from, right? From the bank. Put it back in the bank.
Aye.
Listen, I don't like what's going on here, right? I think there's something fishy with your wife, right?
Oh, come on.
There is no need to go into the ins and outs. I can see what's been bothering you. But if anyone had told me that you were the sort of man to run away from a little thing like trouble with an old flame, I would never have believed it.
I don't think your lady would believe it either, Joe.
Am I not making myself understood? I told you, Mr. Pollard, I have brought everything up to date. I really can't see any reason why you shouldn't release me on a temporary basis. My time away being added to my contract on my return.
Away where?
To Canada. To discuss any renewal of contract with Gina. She should have a say.
Why?
Well, because it would mean, when we're married, her giving up her career for mine.
You could discuss it on the telephone. In any case, no wife should have a say in a question as important to herself as that. Who's going to wear the trousers in your family?
Oh, my God, Jay, really? Anyway, that's not the point. The point is he's not going to run away because Lucy's here. He just want to duck out of sight. So she leaves the motel.
Exactly.
You will neither run away nor duck. You will stay here and face it, because I am holding you to the letter of your contract. Break it, and I will sue you. You are stuck with me for the next 3 weeks, and that is that. As for Lucy Hamilton, I have seen to it that she will be gone from this motel the day after tomorrow. Is that clear?